Well, Jake Noecker here on Home of Fight, and obviously Arnold Allen with me today. Arnold, how we doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Last couple of weeks of camp, Fraz is trying to kill me. Coach is trying to kill me. So I'm ready for anything, I'm surviving.
UFC 324, January 24th. Your first fight since 2024.
Yeah.
2025, man. Was it all the shoulder injury? Was there more to this? Why the absence?
Yeah, just my shoulder was wrecked. I did 2 fights with it in a bad way, and it just got to a point where I kept getting worse and worse and worse.
Mm.
I did it in the Movsar camp, and like 2 weeks before the fight, I got thrown. I landed on my shoulder hard and it separated something, and then it just snowballed there. It got worse, worse, worse. Fortunately, the Giga camp there was zero wrestling. I didn't have to worry about wrestling at all, and it was pretty rough, but it survived. And then after, I tried to get into a camp for Yair, and yeah, just did not work out. Did not work out.
Well, you actually mentioned in an Instagram comment that because of the shoulder injury, 155 might be in your future, but this fight's at featherweight. So is that
Yeah,
still something you're thinking about?
weight's pretty good right now, but like yeah, I was pretty heavy. I was pretty, and like I wasn't fat. I wasn't like, Paddy the Baddy kind of fat. I was like 190, but stacked. I was because all I was able to do was my rehab work and a lot of lifting weights and squatting, deadlifting, everything, and with no fight on the horizon, I was able to eat what I want. So I got pretty yoked.
Well, you said 190. When were you 190? Like, how long did you have to take off 45 pounds?
Not too long ago, to be fair. Not too long
So
ago.
you've been cutting, you've been trimming down, yeah?
Yeah, but it's been, steady, been steady. Yeah, I
And this,
won't tell you where I am now, but it's pretty good.
I don't need to know the specifics. Keep that secret. But
Mm.
take it on Jean Silva. You've already talked about this fight. Already some great quotes
Yeah.
of you talking about this fight. My first question about him is if he does actually come out in face-offs or press conference or whatever it be, in your face,
Mm.
barking like a dog, like how do you actually react to that in person? Any idea?
Probably just like a blank stare, like what the fuck? No, I don't care, man. I don't care. He's a character, and to be honest, I like it. I like him. I think he's fun. He's a fun guy. Um, he's the kind of guy the sport needs. He's a eccentric, crazy guy. Uh, and I think there's a lot of fans out there that need someone like me as well. There's a lot of quiet, awkward guys that can relate to me. So you know, not everyone is the loud, shouting guy in the room. There's a lot of guys that sort of will have a hide in a hole and not be perceived. And I'm doing it for those guys. So
And his personality bleeds in to his fighting style. You
yeah,
said
yeah,
this yourself. You're kind of expecting him to come out guns blazing. Do
yeah.
you meet him in the middle or do you weather the storm? Any idea?
I don't know. See, this is the thing. You see with his fights, typically they're all pretty similar. Obviously he's a smart guy, smart team. They all study fights, they research, and which is good because I've had a year out and I've made a lot of changes. So you know, you're getting a different version of me, but I've had fights where I've just put my hands down and walked forward. I've had fights where I've grappled a bit more. I've had fights where I've had to counter wrestle. I've had fights where I've had to get submissions off my back. I've had fights where I've had to be on the move. I've had fights where I've had to come. I can do it all. You know what I mean? I can. I'm sure he can too. But like, you know, what you see is one style. He has a style, and I can do it. I could do if I need to come forward. I come forward. If I need to back up, I can do whatever.
I think your Dan Hooker fight specifically was one that was a Jean Silva style fight. You just forward
Yeah,
hands down, swanging and banging, man. So
yeah, yeah.
you definitely have that in you, obviously. But does your heart tell you this fight goes the distance, or do you think it's ending early?
No, the way he fights is like I don't think they've ever thought about a decision. So his style is kill or be killed, and I think it'll be the latter.
And I mean, I don't know if this is the right word to say exposed, but do you feel like his fight against Diego Lopes exposed anything in particular for you to look at? Do you look at him any differently after that loss?
No, I think you could take positives from that. Diego, if you look at all the guys he's beaten, how he's beat them, he took some big shots. He got hurt in moments, and he had to show stuff he hasn't in other fights. He had to wrestle, take him down, and props to John for surviving that first round with that mount. But he came back and landed some like true big dog style. He came back, landed some hard shots, and like I say, kill or be killed. He bit down on the mouthpiece and tried to take him out, and ultimately it didn't work. But also, I feel Diego was playing a different game. He has different tools. He just stood in front of him, and you could see every now and then he's sort of calling him
Mhm.
in, pulling faces. I do believe there was a big mental war going on there. But yeah, to do that if you need to do that, yes. But we'll see.
Big win here early on, January 2026. What's the plans this year? Like, are you looking to make up for lost time, get multiple fights in?
Yeah, 3 would be nice. 3 would be a sweet number. January, middle of the year, end of the year. That'd be sweet for me.
Well, I don't know if you saw, I assume, but they're coming back to March, January 21st, back to March. They're coming back to London,
Yeah.
March 21st, I should say. Is that possible at all? Is that something you're eyeing?
No. No,
No?
no, I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Like, look at my track record. That ain't happening.
What, you
You know.
just saying too soon or no London?
No, I just like, I'll probably be it's my birthday on January 22nd. I'm gonna have this fight. I'm gonna get fat. I just bought a house. I ain't even lived in it because I come straight out the camp. So no, I'm not. I'll probably say no. Maybe June, July.
Is Yair Rodriguez still possible for you? I know that was in the works, maybe even booked at some point. The injury, does that happen?
Yeah, it was supposed to be in December, but like it wasn't signed or anything. It was just I was told by the powers that be that was
Rumor
the
mill.
fight. Yeah, no, no, but like I was told by the big dogs, the ones that make the fights. They said that's what they were doing. So I came out here early to prep for that, and then I heard nothing. Then I heard he had a surgery, and then it's John Silva. I was like, okay, cool.
So you were ready to go in December. It was his side that wasn't apparently. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was in camp. I was prepping.
So that could be a great next fight. Obviously, just journalistically, have to ask: are there other names up there that you still want to fight, rematches, anything like that?
I mean, ultimately, if Mosval wins the title, the rematch looks pretty nice. I mean, I still feel like I beat the guy. I don't want to keep harping on about it, but like, you know, it only really makes sense for me if he's the champion because it's a good fight. But you know, I feel like I did enough, and like with the the knees and the ground opponent bullshit. Um, yeah, I don't feel like I need to get anything back because I feel like I won. But if he's the champion, let's go.
Do you at all feel like Movsar or Lerone Murphy were snubbed at all from this title shot? Diego Lopes gets it again. Any thoughts on that?
um, yeah. So I got offered. I'm assuming before Lerone, I got offered the Pico fight short notice. I
Mm.
still I still wasn't ready to go, so I was still dealing with the injury when they offered. Um, and you know, I got a pretty big ego, but I'm not crazy enough to think I could take that guy on in 10 days without training or still rehabbing. But yeah, he took. I was told it was going to be a title eliminator and all this, so I assume he got told the same thing when they offered him the fight. So I feel he did his job. He took the short notice. He took the risk. He went out. He performed. Some say knockout of the year. Fantastic spinning elbow. I feel like for the risk, he deserves the reward. But I don't know what happens behind the scenes. Maybe they offered him short notice. Maybe they offered he wasn't ready. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Diego, he's always ready. So
And a lot of fans are saying, it should have been Movsar or Lerone Murphy. And now the rumors are starting that those two are actually going to fight, maybe even in London.
yeah, I
How do you
see
see that one going? Do you think Movsar does make it by him to get that title, like you said?
that. It's a very hard style. Both are very good at what they do. I'd have to edge towards Lerone, to be honest. I think he
Mm.
great strategist, great game planning. His best thing is like he sticks to the plan like a T, and the blueprint has been laid. Like people have seen. Obviously, he had a load of close decisions, like very narrow decisions. But like you watch my fight with him, there's things you could take. You can watch Aljamain's fight, you could take things. The Lopes fight, there's things you could take. He had all these very, very close decisions, some closer than others. But, you know, there's all these things. You have all these close decisions. It's like, oh, I can start picking things apart. I go, oh, we do this, we do this. It's not like he's going out there and blitzing people. And I go, I don't know what the fuck I do with this, you know?
And the reason I asked this next question, I just kind of want to figure out your thoughts on the top of the division right now and how far away you are from a title shot. Because, MMA math, you got Volk and Diego 2. Then you got Movsar, Lerone Murphy, and then yourself fighting soon. So, in your perfect world, with a win here, how long till you're fighting for that title? Who are you fighting for a title? Like, how does this play out in your opinion?
Well, if history's anything to go by, I win this fight, I'm getting a title shot. So, the rankings don't mean anything. It's about the performances now. And I think you'll see a shift with the new deal that's in place. Not for worse or anything. I just think you'll see the rankings meaning less and the performances and the hype will mean a little bit more, you know. So Mosvar, it's pretty obvious they don't, the powers that be ain't wanting to put him into a title shot. Said, especially with the last pullout, they're not too hyped about that. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but like maybe turn down a couple of opportunities or whatnot, which we all know that's frowned upon. Yeah, so I think the guys that are ready to go, the guys that are fun to watch, they're the ones that are going to get it. So I'm planning to make that me.
Do you? I mean, it's very possible Lerone is that guy when you're fighting. Do you two have any history with each other, both being UK boys? Any run-ins? Any past experiences?
No, I've met him a few like couple of times at events and stuff. Nice guy, but no, not very mutual circles. We've trained with the same people. He's trained at places I've trained. But yeah, by all accounts, good guy, decent guy, good fighter as well.
Now, I'm American, obviously. Do UK English fans, do they like, would they like an English versus English main event for a title, or I don't know, like any thoughts?
I don't know, but like personally, I've never liked the thought of it because it's like I get it for a title, obviously a title, whatever.
Sure.
But like, it feels like you're in that domestic scene as well. Especially, obviously, America's different, but like the UK is such a small community. It's like I want to be on the world stage. I don't want to be on like the domestic scene. It's like you might as well fight on Cage Warriors. We're fighting each other. It's a domestic fight. So those kind of things. That's I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid, but yeah. But
No,
if
it
you're
makes
both at
sense.
the top of the pile and then you're both knocking on the door for title fights and whatnot, I guess.
And I'm going to ask you about Aljamain Sterling here next, but
Yeah.
before I do that, he says the same thing about, Marab. He's like, hey, championship maybe, but otherwise, no, I'm not fighting my buddy. So I
Yeah.
understand the perspective. And the reason I bring up Aljo is because like 2 weeks ago, I was with Aljamain. I don't know if you saw the video. I actually filmed it, but he called a bunch of people out. You were one
Yeah.
of them. He said, Arnold Allen, let's fight. Is that possible? Is that of interest ever? You versus Aljamain Sterling.
I mean, he's a former champion, but I'm fighting John Silva. Tell him to shut up. Isn't he injured anyway?
No, Aljo's not injured currently. I think he wants
Oh,
to get a fight booked. I think he's just enjoying the
oh,
holidays a little
okay.
bit.
Oh,
Getting
he
fat and
just
happy
got
like
married
yourself.
as well. Yeah, he just got married, right?
Yes, he just got married. Yeah, and he's doing that whole rum tour and all that. So
Yeah, see, different breed. My wedding day, I was sparring. You know what I mean? I went sparring in the morning on my wedding, and then I got married, and then I went training.
you trained that night?
Not that night, next morning.
Just making sure. Just making
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Other duties have to be met after a wedding.
yeah, 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 yeah. Not that
um,
night, no.
and Arnold, I mean, obviously part of a kick-ass card. I want 3 quick predictions from you, other than your own fight, 'cause we already talked
Mm.
about that. We'll start at the top. Main event: Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett. Who's taking it?
Paddy, yeah, I think Paddy. The stars seem to have aligned for him. He's on that upward trend. He's improving. I think he's turned some corners. Like he's not. I haven't seen him personally in a while, but like, I haven't seen him fat as fuck and out of shape. He sort of seems a bit more dialed in out of camp. I think he knows he's on the horizon of something. Uh, Gaethje, I mean, he's dangerous. He's always dangerous, but he's admitting himself. This is it. So typically, this is it.
The return of Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison. How you see it going?
I think Amanda Nunes is going to
Oh
be
yeah.
too good. Yeah, I think Nunes. Yeah, um, yeah. I think Nunes. I think Nunes will win. I don't think the physical is going to be enough. I think Amanda's going to brawl, beat her up, and keep it standing.
And the last one I'm most excited for, other than your fight too, I talked about, but Sean O'Malley, Song Yadong. That's a hard one for me to predict. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, I do. But I think that's the kind of fight Sean O'Malley thrives in.
Mm-hmm.
Short, stocky, big punches. Yeah, he's a long range sniper. I think O'Malley. But he was also mentioning that this could be the year if things don't go good. He's going to call it. So when those thoughts start creeping in, it's not good. And when they creep in, it's okay. You always have to be aware that the end is coming at some
Right.
point for us all. But like when you start vocalizing it, verbally, then it's not at the back of your mind. It's out there.
This next question, I have a couple left, and I'll get you out of here. But this
Yeah.
next one was actually the one I'm most excited to ask you because before I was a journalist for like 3 or 4 years now, I was a fan. I've been a fan of yours for a long time, and I've always liked your sense of humor, if you call it.
Yeah,
You mentioned it too. Are you unintentionally funny, or is this a coordinated comedic effort?
I would say accidentally. Yeah, I'd say accidentally. Yeah, because most of the things. Because I haven't really done any stuff for the YouTube for a while. I've kind of just been, this camp I've just kind of been enjoying being back in camp, having a long layoff. I did a lot of stuff. It's actually quite funny because I kept posting. I was like, I'd feel good. My shoulder was all good. And I'd post a video like the comeback's on, and then something would happen. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm just gonna put my head down and I'm gonna train. So I've just been enjoying training. But anyway, when somebody will clip something, they'll make a little TikTok video or whatever, and they'll put some like weird music over it, and it's a funny thing. I'm like, I didn't even think that was funny. I'm like, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, people are just like laughing at me. Oh yeah, fair enough.
Your autistic comment, one of the funniest things I've seen. And I assume that was just off the rip. You were just talking about it, yeah?
Yeah. I get called it all the time. So even by like friends and family, So yeah, yeah.
Well, the mullet doesn't help, brother.
No. It does.
Looking
And
like UK Jimmy Crute out here.
the more people call me autistic, the more I start like, oh yeah, maybe I am. Or shit, maybe I am. You know.
It's 2026, bro. We kind of probably all are a little
Yeah.
bit.
I start like wanting to hide in public. I'm like, don't look at me. You know.
And just my last question, just mentioned 2026. We all know your octagon goals, right? We
Yeah.
all know your UFC dreams. What about outside of the cage? Do you have anything specific you want to accomplish this year?
I don't know. I might start trying to have some kids or something. I'll
Hmm.
start working on that.
Actually on the radar?
Yeah. Some point this year. I've always. So this is deep. This is a bit of a deeper one.
I like the deep stuff, bro. Go.
I've always had this kind of so with the fighting, I've always kind of had like the selfish mentality. Like I can't give myself to other things because I'm so focused on this.
Right.
Um, and I always thought it would be a negative, a hindrance. But I see some of the best guys around me in the world, champions, all these guys. They all have kids, and it's always something I've put off. And in my head, it's always been like post career. I always kind of like targeted 35, 36 to be when I finish fighting. And I always thought, yeah, maybe then. But now I see Ayman Zahabi is a guy I train with, and actually his career turned a corner as his kids grew up.
Right.
You know? And it wasn't. He was always so skilled. I trained with him for years. He's always been one of the hardest rounds anywhere I've sparred with, and I think that extra motivation is given him a spark. One of my main training partners this camp, Louis Sanadakis, he's a dad, and I gave him a different perspective. Mandel Nallo, he's a great fight. You see, the list goes on. Like champions. They all have kids. I'm like, well, why the fuck not? Yeah. So maybe that changed my perspective. And I got married last year, and yeah, like I said, bought a house. Next step naturally is that.
Hey, I got a 9-month-old at home.
Awesome.
Obviously, first couple months, yeah, it rocks your world. Don't expect to get in the gym a
Yeah.
lot, but it comes around. It's very
Yeah.
manageable. I'm back to training, back to working now,
Man.
yada yada. So
Yeah.
you can do it, bro. Bring a little Mr. Allen into the world or
Yeah,
Mrs.
man.
Allen.
You know, this is the thing as well. Very lucky. So my old coach, bless him, he's passed now, but he'd hate like women. He'd hate fighters having women around. You know, my wife is Italian, and he would scream in my face. This little Thai guy, Master Peter, his name was. When I got with her, he'd call me fat fuck. He go, fat fuck, Italian pasta. You're gonna get fat. What the fuck? I'm like, coach, she's not feeding me pasta every day. Like, I'm not eating spaghetti every day. Like, come on. And I was like, I'm not fat. I'm in shape. And he's calling me the fucking fat. What the fuck? You need to stay away from the woman. It's bad. It's bad. I'm like, no, no. She's such a big part of my camp. Like, it makes everything so much easier, and the meal prep tastes a lot better than my own food. So there's that. There's that.
Wait till you guys have a kid. You'll have a whole new respect for what a
Yeah,
rock she is. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I bet. I
Women
bet.
hold it down, bro.
She got a cat. She got a cat, and the deal was 'cause I did not want a cat. I said to her, I said, you can get a cat, but I'm not cleaning up any shits. I will not like I'll pay whatever it is. I'll pay the bills. The cat can come. Well, I'm not cleaning shits up. And I
You're
think
not cleaning that litter box.
3 years I've had the cat, and I've cleaned like 3 or 4 shits. So pretty good.
Yeah,
One
one
was
every
like
300 days ain't bad.
it was like a Valentine's Day. She took a stinker, and I was like, you know what? My wife was all dressed up, nice dress, and everything. I was like, okay, I'll do that one. It was her birthday. The other one, I think the other one, she was out of town, and I was home alone with a cat. So I was like, fuck. I was like, I have to do it. But yeah, so that's how she got me.
Love it, man. Two more real quick ones, and you're
Mm.
gone. Both messages. One, I believe I'm interviewing Jean Silva this week.
Motherfucker.
Hey, I'm not no loyalty lost, brother. But any
Yeah.
message you want me to relay doesn't need to be shit talk.
Tell him if he keeps watching my stories, he has to buy a shirt because it's pissing me off. You keep watching all my team stories, my stories. When I put the link up there from Mighty Merch, click it and buy yourself a shirt.
So he's viewing the stories, not in the DMs though.
No, I don't know. I don't check actually, but you know what? I haven't actually checked if he's watching my stories, but I know he definitely is. But like every teammate tags me and like we smile, we take a picture, whatever, and I'll share it, put it on my stories. He watches everything, everything. Like the guy who works the front desk at the gym. I don't know if you know Wing C.
Yeah.
He's at the gym at the minute. He posted a silly video of me having a coffee and like we're talking. He watched the guy, the receptionist, the gym manager's stories. He's like, oh, he's watching me too. Yeah, so I'm like, that guy don't even fight. He just manages the gym. So yeah,
He's doing his diligence, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's you got Wing C up there?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have to bring in another bald lunatic to work with. So
I was gonna say it's probably a good Jean Silva imitation, right?
perfect sparring partners. Yeah.
I love it. Alan, man, we went over. I appreciate your time, bro. Anything for your fans before I get you out of here?
No, I'm just I don't know, keep it real with it. Just stay true to yourself, and if you're autistic, it's okay.
Hey, the Autistic Showdown, right?
That's
Coming
it, man. That's
UFC
it.
324, January 24th. Arnold Allen, all jokes aside, you the man, bro. Thank you so much, and kick some ass, all right?
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.